Might as well travel in style. And then I can just take the boat back to my village. Whee! Up. I almost power slid around that corner. It's a second too late. Whee! Nier has fun. Devil and Pope went back home. They made me lonely, so I ran around singing as loud as I could, but then it got kind of weird and scary, so I stopped. I love the kid so much. She's adorable. Poor Yona. We gotta get her back. Hopefully he'll pay me. Eats postmen. Indeed.
Hey.
Killed the shade in the Southern Plains. Oh, thank you! I don't know what to do about all the postmen who quit, but I guess I'll figure something out. Anyway, here's your reward. 30,000. Nice. Good work. Oh. Take me to my village. Village. Good old village. It's aptly named. It is a village, after all. Come on, have some logs or some eggplants, please. For God's sakes. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to look up where to get this crap. Alright, you first.
Well, hello.
The florist. She has eggplant seeds. That's not good enough, though. I don't want your damn eggplant seeds.
I wish I could leave this place.
Man, I'm booked.
You can just walk outside,
Hey, you there!
lady. Whatever.
Sup?
Items. Wow. Not much, eh? Okay. Devil has got somebody who has work for me. Ma'am, is everything alright? It's my son. He has some strange illness. He's very sick. He's been ill for a week. No matter what I do, it just seems to get worse. It's worrisome. Any idea? Not to play with your children like you, she does. Came back home and he was sick. Child's final chance. Something must have happened to him. I'll see if I can learn anything. You will, of course. Meddlesome as always, I see. Shall we begin by questioning the children? Sounds good to me.
I suppose all children are precious to their own parents.
Of course they are.
But if the cause of the illness is a mystery, how are we possibly supposed to find a cure?
I was hoping you had an idea about that.
We could speak with the child itself.
The child? Wouldn't the adults know better?
Even the oldest man in the world is but a child to my eyes.
Not really the point, Vice, but, you know, whatever. Eggplant. Hey, she's got eggplant. Your lifesaver doll. 3 eggplants. Thank you very much. I'll absolutely try and help your dying kid.
Everyone seems to be suffering.
What about you? Buy your damn weapons. Buy. I'll just get Sunrise. Get the Axe of Beheading later. Hope I bought all the weapons before. Uh-oh. I was saying you can probably buy the weapons before going into the second half of the game, but I can't remember if I did or not. That might be bad. In fact, that is absolutely 100% bad, but whatever. 67%. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think I bought the weapons. Which, if that's the case, I'm gonna have to check. I'll boot up the game where I actually have all the weapons and just do it there then.
This is what I was talking about.
Isn't terribly important since I know I have a save file that has all the weapons on them anyways.
Oh, you. Yeah, I'm kind of...
Talk
know
to
what?
children. Heard there's a scary curse on all the forests in the world, and the bigger the forest, the scarier the curse. So the kids are playing in the Forest of Myth, methinks.
Things have been...
There's some kids going into the Northern Forest to play. We're not supposed to know, but everyone else. I wish I could go there. Any other children worth talking to? Yeah, there's one up there. According to the minimap. Forest totally cursed him. That's why he's sick. Everyone told him not to play there, but he did anyways. Seems like we have a child when he entered the Northern Forest. I believe the area is more commonly known as the Forest of Myth. Forest curse. I will withhold judgment on such things for now. I should visit to the place and see for ourselves. Alright, to the Forest of Myth then. Well, alright then.
I prefer not to walk so much. My back gives me a lot of pain.
Shut up, old woman. Help, help. Oh gods, please help. What is it? There's this huge shade near the bridge in the north of the plains. Killed 3 members of my family, including my wife. Just cut her down right in front of me. Attacked my daughter. Oh god, it was horrible. I'm on it. It appears and disappears like the wind. You go days in the north of the plains without seeing it. Then all of a sudden. So this is the one who has a rare spawn, I think. That's the way of the northern plains. Yeah, okay. Well, wait. What are my quests? Well, where the hell do I get logs? Cookie water wheel. Alright, strange things store. 10 of them. Jesus. Forest of Myth. Damaged map. Great tree. Ugh. Fine, I'll make my way to the damn Forest of Myth. Hopefully there'll be a thing for me to kill along the way. I need to look up a weapons guide and see if I actually accidentally screwed myself over that way. Which I'm still going to do every side mission, so it doesn't matter that there's the one I hate regarding weapons, but hey, you know. It didn't show up. A health bar pops up if he shows up. Thanks, Pigsley. Like I said, if I have screwed it up, I have another save file that already has all of the weapons and can go and get ending C and D.
This is the village from the dream.
Yeah.
Truly a nightmare I hope never to experience again.
I hear you.
Funny you should say that. Well then, I think I have time for one. Might as well, right? And yes, it is the same thing, by the by.
Ah,
Hello, hi there, how are things? You want to know if anything unusual? I've been feeling a rather strange presence when I visit the Divine Tree. Divine Tree? Yes, a legendary tree that exists in the heart of our village. Did you investigate the cause of this presence? No, not really. Why not? Well, we're not really supposed to go near the tree except for prayer. Why is that? I don't know, alright. It's just the way things have been. Weird. Yeah, by the way, there's this curse on a child. Yeah. What? What are you doing?
hello.
Something that reminds me of a rather interesting story. We'll save that for another time. Let's check this tree first, or maybe...
Huh?
Yeah, I saw a child a while back. I think he was playing over by the Divine Tree. Okay. I think this is the one I need to get. Everything seems normal here. Appear to have hit a dead end. For the moment, what's that on the ground? Just some funny looking berries. Major, the berries are poisonous! Maybe, but I'm not hungry enough to find out. Well, that's the child's curse thing. What say you? Forest curse, I remember, you know, there's no such thing. Though, if that's what happened, I suppose the curse might be an appropriate thing to call it. Quite. Well, we could pick up that item. What happens if we talk to this guy? I'm curious. Therefore... So, as a pretense for... I don't remember this. In fact... Furthermore... Whoops. Such a fascinating tale. Are you being serious? Of course not! What was the point of that?
Hello.
Yeah, no. I'll be on my way, thank you. Jeez, what the hell was the point of that? Well, alright. Let's do the tree thing. I've got like 10 minutes before the end of this episode. We are the grass, we are the trees, we are the woods. Ah, crap. Why do we seem to encounter nothing but odd people lately? You should talk, Vice. Pah! As if Grimoire Vice is capable of spouting such nonsense. Hang on, I don't think he's done. The dark form that governs all memories. May the words of themselves to your liking. May the words form themselves to your liking. That would be nice. Blackness, pure darkness, painted over everything. Words scattered here and there across the blackness. Kind words, difficult words, amorous words, all sparkling in the dark like jewels. The words were few now, but time was shorter. Grabbing the words in desperation, the tree turned to the sky. This is wrong, whispered the tree in the voice of the wind through the leaves. It is not how it's supposed to be. The plan has failed. Once long ago, the tree had remembered everything about the world. Oh! Ah! Crap. I did that thing where my throat... Ugh. 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 It's like I got some crap stuck in my throat. Jeez. Yeah, it does that if I talk for too long. Which, since I recorded Pyre before this... As was its task, its purpose. It shivered with something approaching joy as it collected memories of mankind. This was no accident. Emotions were as much a part of the tree as root and bark. Memories collected like dew on the thick green leaves of the tree, and once they had formed the web that spanned the entire world. Words collapsed into sunlight before passing through the leaves and into the pool of memory. From the pool, the words joined together and formed colonies. The colonies united into whirlpools of light, and the light coalesced into stars? Each star was like a child of the tree. It loved them all. Look at my memory. A child is here, brought low by disease. He is far too young to have suffered so. Thin beyond words, the boy's skin is a shade paler than the bleached hospital sheets upon which he lies. His parents no longer visit him, for they cannot bear to watch him suffer. The doctors have long since surrendered his fate to the gods. The boy, too, has abandoned hope. Strange emotions, weariness, hatred swell within the dark recesses of his young heart. He tries to reject the black terror that germinates in his body, but no amount of effort or tears can drive the invader away. He has long ceased to resent his parents and doctors. Once he did, but now his pain is so great there is little room in his heart to think of others. Only one person brings the boy comfort, a healthy young girl with tan skin and deep green eyes. She is a beacon of brightness and light in the boy's world. Her very presence is a comfort to him, but he is unable to look upon her face. Whenever they meet, the boy is filled with loathing for his own state. Soon this loathing eats away at what joy he receives from the girl's visits. The girl will stop coming, he knows this. His every waking moment is spent in fear of this day. He thinks if he could talk to her, he could tell her of his feelings, that this might not be so, but this conversation never happens. The girl disappears. The boy dies alone. The tree scoops up this memory and carefully stores it within itself, etched upon a single word, envy. Look at my memory. There is a female warrior. Her greatest enemy is a beast with red eyes that she cannot fully comprehend. When she strikes it with her sword, it turns into a pillar of salt and dies. But when the white smoke clears, a new enemy rises, and another, and another. The warrior knows her struggle is folly, but fighting the unending stream of enemies fills her with a sense of joy and purpose. Somewhere deep in the warrior's drug-addled mind lies a vague memory of a daughter. Perhaps the child exists only in her head, the dying remnants of a powerful dream. She does not know. Her friends and fellow warriors come and go. Some flee in terror, some are eaten. She begins to fight with 63 companions, but most are gone. The warrior's body shudders. She does not understand why at first. By the time she hears the fierce, low sound, the arena is already enclosed in darkness. Looking up, the warrior sees a beast so large it blots out the sky. She is laughing. She's been doing so for as long as she can remember. Covered in blood and dirt, the warrior laughs. She laughs and laughs until the town that contains her daughter collapses in a pile of dust. This memory has been stored for a long time. Etched is a single word, loss. Look at my memory. A red dragon falls from the heavens. Ah, that memory has been lost. A shame. It was a favorite of mine. I think that's a reference to Darkengard. After many centuries of existence, the tree saw that its carefully labeled memories were beginning to dwindle. Once seemingly infinite, the memories now seem ready to disappear forever. The tree did not feel sadness at this. Grief was an emotion beyond its comprehension. It did, however, have the distinct feeling that something was missing. The mountain of memories it had so carefully assembled and disappeared. The tree stretched its branches as far as it could, but new memories refused to flow. The pool of memories was a black, empty pit, a hollow place where life had once flourished. The tree had lost its purpose. There was nothing to be done but sift through the few remaining memories littering the ground under its branches. This is why the tree was pleased when the man and his companion entered the room. Well, this place is gloomy as hell. The room Token had entered was completely empty. All he could see were a few crystals scattered haphazardly on the ground. Picking up one of the crystals and peering into it, Token suddenly saw a familiar sight. It was a forest of myth, its villagers prisoners of their own dreams. I apologize, the tree thought. That is all that remains. As Token stared at the jewel, bewildered, a voice suddenly called out to him from the depths of his mind. The voice implored them to listen. It was an order. Following it was mandatory. Abruptly, the pair realized that they must listen. They must listen. Look. A small, shadowy presence appeared from beneath the floor. It looked to be a shade. The shade grasped several jewels in its hand. More jewels tumbled out of its mouth like shards of broken teeth, sights and sounds tinkling from each one before vanishing forever. The creature was abusing the memories, treating the precious objects like a collection of cheap playroom toys. This shade appears to be consuming the memories. This little thing, it's barely worth my time to kill. The tree extended a branch towards Token. Without a second thought, Token brought his blade down on the shade, tearing its stomach wide. Jewels burst from the shade and poured across the chamber floor. Look, thought the tree, there is conviction memory I had lost, and satisfaction, and many others as well. Yes, this is good. The tree opened its mouth and attempted to speak, but no sound emerged. A millennium of silence and solitude had caused the tree to forget certain things, but rather than be upset, it greeted the development with cheer. Focusing all of its power on the riddle of speech, the tree formed a kind of makeshift vocal cord and tried again. Ahem. I implore. It spat out a glimmering green jewel. Once more. I implore you. There we are. What was the color of lost envy? Green. She had green eyes, right? It spoke. The shade has intelligence and emotion. Who cares? Token brushed Vice comments aside as his sword sliced through the shade's right arm. The shade extended its remaining arm to Token. I must touch him. I must make contact. The moment its fingers brushed against Token, the tree felt a warm sensation begin to burn. Something hot coursed through its fingers and up its arm and out its entire body. It was emotion more than the entity had felt in centuries. The tree cried out in surprise and joy. 1,000 years alone. 1,000 years in quiet contemplation. The tree felt like it was going to break apart. 4 long centuries the tree had been alone, its heart sealed with heavy chains, but no more. New, powerful emotions began to take hold, causing its heart to lighten. This was more than simple emotion. It had been designed to feel. It was the beginning of a soul, and this man was the key. This was the promise made long ago. This is how it would be released. The tree's stomach began to throb in pain, and a new unpleasant sensation. But the time was not yet right. I implore you, how many were lost by the warrior who fought the red-eyed beast? Her daughter and 63 friends. Okay, riddle time's over. I'm gonna kill this stupid shade once and for all. Something round and shiny fell from the open stomach and clattered to the floor. The key, shouted the book. Grab the key! The man's sword slowed. Time began to dilate around them, stretching and slowing. Time is essential. The next word must be heard. The words exploded. It became difficult to discern their meaning. The pool of memories began to crack as infinite blackness burrowed its way to the wall. This world is falling apart, Token. How can a world of letter... I implore, most important thing, world. Well, that's obviously our daughter, Yona. The light was complete. The memories disappeared. The tree's identity began to dissolve. As the letters slowly faded, Token was drawn back into the real world. And the tree was satisfied. What in the... I never realized that shades are capable of rational thought. I don't care if they can tap dance and play the fiddle. Can't I just kill something without all this voodoo nonsense? With the tree defeated, we are no longer have to worry about being buried in a world of letters, unless, of course, time itself begins to rewind. Well, we got it. How nice of it. That was easy enough, and took about 10 minutes. Well, what next? Let's go speak with Popola first. Popola has some new information. Very well. I will go to the junkyard next, since there's a ton of stuff I need to do there. There were presents at the tree, and it really made me think, why are we worshiping a tree? Doesn't that seem odd? Sometimes I wonder why we do the things we do. That reminds me, I've had an interesting story. Fuck off. We're done here. There's the save point. Thank you all so much for watching. I've been Tokenlad. When we come back, I guess we'll go and speak to Popola, and then we'll go to the junkyard, talk to layer true negotiators, and see you around Asklands.